Here with Steve from stackup.org. Really awesome organization. I'll send it over to you because I'm going to check the sound to share a little bit about Stack Up, and then we'll kind of have a little chat about games.
No worries. Stack Up is a military charity supporting U.S. and allied veterans through gaming and geek culture. Think of Dungeons and Dragons, Pokemon, Marvel movies, that kind of stuff. So we have four main programs we do that with. We have our supply crate program where we box up games and gear, send it over to units deployed forward or guys and gals recovering back home. We have our air assault program. We fly disabled or deserving veterans to various gaming conventions, geek culture events like Comic-Con, E3, studio tours. We have our Stacks program. We got about 30 teams nationwide that do volunteer work in their communities. And then lastly, we have our 24/7 suicide prevention team on Discord called Overwatch. Trained volunteers ready to go to help veterans just chat, have a good time together. So there you go. That's
awesome.
Us.
Yeah, and we just had a video cast interview, and that will be coming out in a week from this Wednesday. So about, I want to say like 10 days. I don't know what date that is. 25th, September 3rd, maybe?
26th. A week from today?
A week from, so we release on Wednesday, so we have an episode coming out this Wednesday, and then yours will be the following Wednesday. So
this is like one of those math.
Yeah. So I think the first Wednesday in September would be
a train leaving the station at 55 miles an hour.
And yeah, it was awesome to have you on. We chatted a little bit about Stack Up. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, as well as TikTok. And then you'll be able to, if you're watching, you might be able to check out the replay as well. But the video cast is full on. We talk about Stack Up. We talk about gaming and mental health. A lot of great stuff. But today we're just kind of streaming from the store. We do this every Friday. If you're watching, feel free to share where you're watching from.
Seeing people joining. You definitely
we got some watching from Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We have a few on TikTok. TikTok, the screen's further away from me than usual. Usually I can say whoever's joining, like Ramsey, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah. The TikTok, you won't be able to watch the replay, but you'll be able to watch it on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So what games, you said you've been playing? We usually chat about games. We share some updates in the store, but you mentioned you've been playing Destiny recently.
And I literally was walking over here and I go, I don't know what got me back into Destiny. Oh yeah. I have a new girlfriend and she's a Destiny fan. So it's like, guess we're playing Destiny now. So yeah. And it's like, oh, this is really fun. Why did I ever stop playing this? But yeah, it's scratching all the right itches, just fast shooter gameplay mixed with the grognard grinding MMO, never enough things to do, always more quests and things. It's great. I love it. It's real quick, pick up and play between emails. And then also, I just spent 8 hours last night doing something. So it's like, it's a great game. I love it. So
yeah, it's interesting to me because I'm thinking about like when we were talking about this, what we'll kind of talk about for a stream is like the type of gamer you are. I'm trying to think about like, I used to be that gamer when I played Final Fantasy VII. That was like I didn't mind grinding. Leveling up was like something I really enjoyed.
Now, important. Are you talking the new one? Or are you talking the
old one?
I was going to say, are you talking the remake?
Yeah, the remake. I kind of like. I really enjoyed it for the nostalgia, and as a game, I thought it was pretty cool. But I am not a campaign player. I hate single player games. Really? So I was kind of like enjoying it for the story and the nostalgia with the story. And then I got to a point, I probably got to like maybe a third, 2/5, something about halfway. And I gave up because I was like, I just don't like single player games.
Alrighty then.
But I do want to finish it, but I just want to go through it really quick and get through the story.
You know what? The really quick thing, I'm at a point now in my life where somebody, much like everybody out there, you talk to somebody and like, have you seen this one show on Netflix? It's got 8 seasons. It's amazing. You got to get through 4 seasons. It kind of starts off slow, but man, let me tell you, season 6 is fantastic. Everybody has one of those.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's so much content. There's so many games out there that literally when you hear about a game like Stray and it's like, oh, it's 7 hours to beat. And it's like, okay, I can do that. I can mentally, like if I take a long weekend, I can grind this out and then I can cross it off the list. I can be a part of the conversation like the cool kids and like, okay. And it's as opposed to just, I just get buried. There's so much stuff out there to keep track of. It's ridiculous.
Are you a completionist when it comes to games and
No,
books?
much like
Okay.
you said the magic word is cross it off my list. Like I will. There have been like the original Bioshock, like the games with DLC. I rarely go back for DLC. It's like, nope, I finished it. I completed the storyline. I don't want to hear about like, oh, and we forgot this other 10-hour adventure that's a part. That's like, nope, not for me. Don't care. I don't want to deal with any of that stuff. And I've missed out on some amazing opportunities and great storytelling, but there's so much out there to keep track of. There's not enough hours in the day. So
like, I guess too, there's the completionist where you want to do all the DLC, all the I have a friend that's he's the platinum trophy. He's gonna go get that platinum trophy for a game he likes.
I used to do that.
Yeah.
Like for a while there was like, I was a trophy hunter, achievement hunter for a while there, just looking up videos of how to get these obscure trophies. And I think I have like 20 or 30 platinum trophies over my PS3 or PS era. But yeah, those days are over unless it's a real easy, like, and I don't think I've seen an easy platinum in a while, but yeah, those, I don't do that anymore. I try to get as close. Like I try to get the easy. Usually I get like out of 1,000 gamer score, I'll pull like 400. Like I'll go through the story and then I'll look at the list of achievements and like, oh, I was 90% of the way there. This one, or like let me reload an earlier save. I'll bang that out. But otherwise, yeah, those days. And then it's like, okay, scratch that on my list. What's next?
So would it haunt you if you play, like for me for Final Fantasy VII, would it haunt you if you never finished it?
I have a graveyard on my desktop of games that I have not finished.
Okay.
Like Sifu and I'm trying to think what else. There's a bunch though. It's just like games well-meaning. I'm not buying another game until I finish this game. Like make sure you eat your Brussels sprouts or you don't get any ice cream. It's like that level of like, okay, you're going to finish this game. God damn it. Don't buying other games. And then someone will say, oh, did you try this new game? Oh, it's all the rage. You got to play it. And it's like, oh, that does look good. All right, I'll play that. So yeah, I have and I can maintain a list of games. Like it's an Excel spreadsheet with a date and a name of games that I've beaten to remind myself like, oh, that's right. That was this year. Cause I enjoy difficult games. Like right now I'm playing through Cult of the Lamb, which is a Devolver game, but I'm playing it on max difficulty. Like I like games like Sekiro or like I did a no death run in, not Minecraft cause I wasn't that good at it, but Terraria, like games like that where it's like, I did do a no death playthrough of Minecraft. Yeah. So things like that where it's like, I stream. So I like challenges like that. Mix things up.
So did you play Elden Ring then?
Yep.
Yeah.
Played through it. Loved it. That was great. I'm a big Dark Souls guy. So yeah, that was that. And I liked how they dumbed it down for everybody else, but it felt like more of a Western JRPG than, which is a weird thing to say because JRPG by the even name a Japanese role-playing game, but But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I played the first, was it Dark Souls? Is that the first one or Demon Souls? I don't know. Demon Souls. So I played that. I really enjoyed it because we were talking on the video cast a little bit. Is like I am a multiplayer person, and my roommate and I would play in separate rooms and like talk about what we're doing, and sometimes we would join our games together to go fight a boss or whatever. So it felt very much like we were playing together, and at times like in the game you bring them on to your game and you are playing together. So Elden Ring, again, played that, and I was talking to you about the two buddies, one in Sweden, one in Tokyo. I only played it when we could meet up together.
How did you ever figure that out?
Yeah,
someone was always asleep.
Yeah. Well, Friday morning at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. my time, so I have to wake up early. That's what I did this morning, is to start a Madden franchise. But yeah, we would do that. I would wake up some Friday mornings. My buddy in Japan, it would be like 9, 10 p.m. his time, and then my buddy in Sweden, he is a teacher. We're all. I used to be a teacher, but that's how we learned and got to know each other. But today he came home from school. He left like an hour early actually to start our franchise. He didn't have any classes, but like I think he cut his office hours, or maybe he's allowed to leave. He actually doesn't know the rules. So if anybody from his work's watching, I hope not. We lost the battery there. Okay, we're back on TikTok. But yeah, I guess like for me, I'm very much multiplayer. And you mentioned on the video cast that you almost avoid playing, like you like MMOs, but you enjoy the single player story aspect of it.
Oh yeah, I'm one of those weird folks that likes going into massively multiplayer online games and then not having headshot 420XX running around with me, jumping up and down and dancing next to me. It's like I want to experience the world. I want to watch the cutscenes. I want to know what's going on. I want to know why we're going after this boss. Like, tell me the story, and then I'll get into it. But generally speaking, people are so ADHD. They don't have time for that. They skip cutscenes. They'll run. I just want to shoot stuff. I don't care. What are we doing here? I don't know. And yeah, that's just not how I roll. And generally, when you're in a group of people, you always have one person who's just like, oh, I've done this 80 times. I just skip. And it's like, I haven't. I'd like to watch this. So generally for first time through, or if I'm playing, I will try to play a lot of that content by myself, just so I don't have somebody spoil it or somebody talking over it or skipping cutscenes or running so far ahead that they pull me forward. It's just all kinds of weird stuff. So, yeah.
So with those games too, there's a lot of puzzles, right?
Yeah.
Because now I'm thinking like my experience, and like I enjoy the stories and the cutscenes and that stuff. But I don't enjoy when I get to points in those games, and I like difficult games too, but I don't enjoy when I'm really liking a game about the story and the character development, and I get to like a puzzle and I just like, for me, it's annoying. Do those annoy you?
Oh, there's definitely I used to be like no, I'm going to figure this out. Like, because back in the day, you didn't have the magic of the internet to just go to with all the answers. It was just like, I don't know how to do this. And you would talk to other people at school. And that was the only way you could like, you'd wait for Nintendo Power to come out and be like, maybe they'll write something about it. Somebody will write a letter in.
Yeah.
There wasn't, I'm going to call the Nintendo hotline. Meanwhile, nowadays, it's like, all right, I'm going to give myself 5 minutes. I can't figure this out. We're going to go to the internet, and it's all right there.
Yeah.
And people have done exhaustive videos of whatever game you're thinking of. It's just like, it's such a siren call of like, all right, I'm going to figure this out. I'm not going to cheat immediately. But having the answers right there in front of you, it's like, that's stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about, because how gaming culture has changed from generations to you. I mean, everything changes, right? Not to be that old fart that talks about like, yeah. I mean, I'm thinking like, how old are you? I'm 34. Am I 34?
Like 30,
35. Wait, how old did my wife turn? That's how I keep track. I'm 35. I turned 35 this year. I've turned, because we're 4 years apart. But yeah, I think about, because you were talking about the Nintendo magazine, and I would print like 40 pages from a printer off of IGN.com, and it would take like hours to print those 40 pages. But then I would have like the strategy guide that would get me through 2 hours of the game. I'm like, dang it, now I need to go to print again.
Who needs Prima games? It's all right there. You just print out your own giant ream of paper.
Yeah. But now I'm thinking like, even in Twitch and like YouTube videos, people just watch gamers just play the game, right? Not even to go play it themselves sometimes, but you're just kind of watching. I'm thinking of some of my wife's cousins, like they'll just watch people playing Minecraft, and that's what, that's a thing now. It's crazy to think that there's voyeurism through games. That wasn't as much of a thing.
Oh no, not even. That was laughable like 10 years. It was like, you want to do what now? Like, you want to watch? I mean, it's a 5-minute stand-up bit at the Comedy Store. It's like, let me tell you, they're these kids, and they're watching other kids play video. Isn't that wacky? And it's like, yeah, they're making millions of dollars. It's like, oh, well, But, I mean, there's also, you've got your Dr. Disrespects of the world that you just watch, and you're just like, that's otherworldly levels of skill.
Yeah.
Like, just crazy. Watching that level of like,
oh, man,
how do you do? I didn't even, it's breathtaking. So that I can understand. But just like a guy like me who's getting 10 concurrent viewers and just like, all right, I'm playing through Sekiro, isn't this nice? It's something, man.
Would you say you are a good gamer? Because like skill levels,
I would like to think so. But man, again, we did a raid last night in Destiny. I just felt like I am just dragging this crew down. Like, I'm not making it happen.
Interesting. Okay.
I didn't do my homework. I didn't have my gear set up, and then I'm just like, how are we doing this? Man, I don't know. So I'd like to think I am, but I feel like there's a scene and I can go into it, but I feel like I'm falling behind, like it's slowing down nowadays.
Because I think about, like you mentioned, Dr. Disrespect, and I play Warzone with my cousin. We used to play SOCOM. I don't know if you're familiar with that game. And I would bring like my tube TV over, my PlayStation over, and we'd play next to each other. And like we love tactical shooters. We loved like that game because you would die and you would be out for the rest of the round. You'd have like 5-6 minutes to chat with your teammates about like what you're gonna do next round, what the other team's doing. I love that. And so we play Warzone together, and I play some players on there. I'm like, what?
I think that's a big reason why I'm a big single player hardcore player. Like I do like deathless runs and things like that because I am playing against the computer and that is a fixed difficulty level. It's like, okay, I kind of know what to expect. I can kind of figure it out over time. Whereas in these, 12-year-olds are just beating the brake pads off me. It's just like, I didn't even know you were there. By the time I looked your direction, you'd already done a dance around me. Like it's just like, I can't.
Yeah.
So that is as long as I can keep up with, the difficulty level of a single player game, like I'm feeling okay. And I can still do some pretty neat things. Like again, the deathless runs and things like that. That's fun. And I feel accomplished as opposed to trying to get on Warzone and, trying to get I don't even know what they call it, but a victory royale for Warzone. What do they have a name for that? Just victory.
Just victory. Yeah.
I don't think they have like a wacky.
I don't remember. I remember like Players Unknown Battleground, PUBG, they say winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah, I know.
My wife, we taught in Taiwan, and she would have her students, they would say that. And she was so confused at like, where is it coming from? And they're like, oh, it's from a video game, like winner.
That's
like chicken dinner.
Company originally. Okay.
That
Where is that from?
Yeah.
Funny you mentioned that.
Yeah, that's but yeah, I think video games, Warzone for me, it's like we get into the skill-based matchmaking now, and we're like my cousin and I have been playing now for probably like a year and a half together. We play maybe once or twice a week if we're lucky. We get 2 times in. And now I think we're pretty good as far as like we're above average.
How often are you taking victory? How often are you how often are you getting extracted?
It's been a few times. It's been a while recently. No, so the last 4 times we played, they've released a new map, and we're pretty garbage at the new map.
Well, everybody will.
So yeah,
you're here working. You're not working on the map.
Yeah, I'm not getting there. I'm not watching videos about people play. But yeah, I would say we get 1 or 2 a night.
That's not bad. That's respectable.
Yeah, and now because of the new map, it's been like 4 or 5 nights since we've gotten one though. So
well, yeah, that makes sense.
I think our best night was like 4 in one night.
That's real good.
Yeah, but now we're with those better players, so we're like, it's tough. It's tough. We get destroyed some games. Like I don't know how some people.
I'll tell you what, we the no build Fortnite stuff. Like 4 years, I was like, I'm not playing this game. I'm not here to build an apartment complex in front of me. I can't do any of that stuff.
Yeah,
I'm already having trouble acquiring targets, and then they build an apartment complex in front of them, and it's like, okay, well that was fun. The no build stuff, we had like a solid month of a 4-person crew that we would be playing, and there would be nights where we would just rack up win after win after win.
Oh yeah,
and then come to find out that there was a large number of bots that would just be in game, and you just be like, I'm murdered. Oh my God, I should go MLG over here. This is amazing. I'm so good. And then come to find out, it's like, well, actually half of the 100 players you were playing against were bots.
Oh, no. I was about to give your group a compliment, because you can, like, if you get a good group of 4 people and you work well together, that just destroys skill. Like you can work if you have a team of 4.
Yeah, it's the 1v4 thing. It's like some people can pull that off, but generally speaking, obviously having good communication is key.
What's your if anybody wanted to watch, what's your gamer tag?
On Twitch, it is StackUp STACKUP _ Shanghai 6, which is all spelled out Shanghai, the town in China, and then SIX the number. So that's where I am at. But cool. We're also at the charities. Twitch is stackup.org. It's all spelled out, stackup.org. So cool. That's where you'd find us. And
you're on, we're live in the store every week. People can watch the replay, and we're in Los Angeles, and you have, I don't know, you mentioned the Phalanx House, I think at the beginning.
I did, yes. It's a community center that we just opened up here in Los Angeles. It's in Van Nuys. It's more of think of it like an adult tree fort mindset, where we bring veterans out to kind of have a good time, almost like the store here, where it's just like, oh, we've got everything you need to enjoy it. We got a 5v5 LAN set up and a jacuzzi and a pool, and we have an annex in back for board games and Dungeons and Dragons and things like
awesome.
that. So I mean, but yeah, we bring veterans out. We can fit like 15 to 20 in the house at a time, and yeah, we just fill them full of pizza. They watch the fights, and then we drive them back home.
That's
and
cool.
It's generally to get veterans out and interacting and having a good time together. You know, not everybody, you know, can run out and buy the latest games and gear and all that stuff. And we definitely get requests like, hey, my PlayStation 2 just died and I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. And I'm like, wow, okay, yeah, we can take care of you. So
yeah, for sure. Awesome. Well, thank you, Steve, for coming by the store today. We're live every Friday. Steve was here this Friday. And be sure to check out the video cast episode that comes out some Wednesday, but it's coming out in about 2 weeks. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoy your weekend.
Glad I could be here. You too.
Cool. We'll see you all next week.